Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. Everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it to you. Just whips. He fought Devin Haney, who is one of the best pure boxers in the sport. He's so good. But he just didn't have the understanding yet that a guy can whip that left hook so fast.
There's some heavy hitters in the game right now. When I say some heavy hitters, not many, I should say. But, are we really going to say? Right now, in boxing right now, it's only three. It's only three.
Which are?
Canelo,
Facts.
Ryan, and Gervonta Tank Davis.
You favor Ryan Garcia. By how?
Fourth, fifth round knockout.
Bring on Rolly. You know, he's part of PBC. We already ran it once with PBC. I need to get my get back. So I'm gonna beat Rolly's and we're gonna have that. I just pray to God, try to see where he was guiding me. And he just led me to Dallas, led me to Derek, and I pursued it. And I'm here now and I feel good. I feel, you know, like it's like it's family, like it's a bond. So I'm hungry, man. That's why I'm here every day training. I didn't even know this was happening, but I came to train with Derek. And like I said, it's a blessing. Happy to be part of the team. I'm improving, getting better.
Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero are ready to face each other in one of the most exciting boxing fights of the year. The match is set for May 2nd, right in the middle of Times Square, New York. This fight has boxing fans and experts all talking.
A fight in Times Square, like literally in the middle of New York, in Times Square, like a little ring being there. Can you imagine that? Well, you don't have to imagine it more. Why? Because May 2nd, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is official and it's taking place in Times Square. Oh, and I'm serious. Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, Devin Haney versus Ramirez, and Teofimo versus Honor Barboza is now official for May 2nd in Times Square. Yes, in Times Square. I have so many questions. First of all, how are they going to do this? How are they going to pull this off? Are people going to be comfortable watching this? Are you going to charge? Is this going to be free? How is this happening? I have no clue. I have so many questions, zero answers, but on May 2nd, I will get my questions answered. Turkey Al Sheikh, Ring Magazine, they're the ones bringing this whole card to New York. This is going to be a great, great card. Let me know, what do you guys think about this? I personally think this card is going to be great. You can say whatever you want about Rolly, but the man always knows how to entertain the crowd, whether that be press conference or whether that be the fight, but the man knows how to entertain. And Ryan Garcia, and what I have to say about him after his fight against Devin Haney, I really don't have to say much. Let me know, what do you guys think about this?
I don't know. He apologized for it. You guys think that's really an apology? I don't know. Y'all think he apologized for real? You think that actually means something? I mean, he did say some crazy shit. Bring somebody back from the dead and kill him again. What? But you can say sorry about that, right? Can you say sorry about that? Bruh, I'll kill somebody if they were any color or any of that, but to say something as hateful as killing somebody, that's a little odd, don't you think?
Are you saying that's something you can't come back from?
I want to take that one back, man. You can't. There's no way. You don't accidentally. And I know, I bet he feels like a now, but I mean, maybe you should go hop off the alcohol and the Percocets.
Just warn everybody that's trying to make it seem like I'm a cheater. I don't do steroids, never did steroids in my life. I barely take supplements. The only reason I did supplements this time is because my therapist gave me Uganda. I'm clean throughout the whole camp. And then supposedly I pop heavy the day before and after.
That's what I don't get. Like, I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying, like, I'm on your side and, like, let's defend Ryan and shit. Because, like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense that he would start taking steroids the week of the fight because it has no effect. You would have got popped in.
Joe Rogan and Floyd Mayweather have both shared their thoughts. Mayweather said that Garcia is famous from social media, but Gervonta Tank Davis is famous for his boxing skills. This raises a question. Does Ryan want to be a boxer or a YouTuber? Ryan's comeback has people excited, but some experts think fighting Rolly is a risky move.
Y'all talking about this kid Ryan Garcia. Tank got his followers from kicking ass. Ryan Garcia got his followers from YouTubers. There's a difference. So you want to be a YouTuber or you want to be a fighter? Tank is a fighter.
Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is going to be a big event. And sadly, it may destroy Devin Haney's and Lomachenko's destroy their numbers. People love knockouts, and you know Rolly Romero versus King Ryan Garcia, there's going to be a knockout. And either way, if Rolly Romero were to knock out Ryan Garcia, that would be hysterical. Ryan Garcia, he knocks out Rolly Romero, he becomes like this superhero. Because the whole Tony Weeks, Barroso thing, okay, the press conference would be crazy. Don't forget, Rolly Romero versus Gervonta Tank Davis, before the Ryan Garcia fight, that was his biggest fight. He made for the biggest pay-per-view draw for Gervonta Tank Davis. He's going to do the same. But don't forget, Gervonta Tank Davis, him versus King Ryan Garcia, did make history. And both of them were in the ring that night. So people want to see how Ryan Garcia looks coming back.
Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, and Teofimo, and they're going to do a show in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, putting Ryan on there is kind of smart. You know, that's right there. But then it's a solid match. Listen, Rolly and Ryan's an interesting fight because Rolly's hit or miss, bro. Rolly sometimes looks like where'd you find this guy off the corner, but sometimes he performs. There's a sparring session with Ryan and Rolly on YouTube where it looks like Rolly's doing pretty well in there. I'm curious about that fight. Rolly's back to the wall. He's got to perform. Everybody's curious about Ryan coming back. You got Devin Haney on the undercard against Ramirez. He's in court with Ryan. What happens if they cross paths at the weigh-in, even though they're not fighting each other? You know, like solid card.
I feel like I'm one of the few stars in boxing. So when I got offered that, I said, okay, I'm the man to do it. And I think after this performance, I'll submit myself as, you know, one of the faces of boxing.
Raleigh is aggressive and can hit hard. Ryan has speed and power, but he's been out of the ring for a while, and he had issues with a drug ban. Some say he should have had a few warm-up fights. First, Ryan has said he's clean and has never used steroids. He claims any supplements he took were from his therapist. He says he trains every day and is only afraid of God. He feels strong and focused now that he's training with Coach Derek James in Dallas.
He's not a boxer, so who gives a about him?
This is going to be wild. The homies at the Source of Boxing have confirmed that Ryan Garcia will fight Rolly Romero this May. And I don't know what's going to be crazier, the fight or the press conferences, because this is what Rolly had to say about compa Ryan the last time I interviewed him. Check it out.
I know there's been a lot of back and forth between you and Ryan Garcia. What are your thoughts and what message would you send him right now, brother?
I have no thoughts about him. I don't give a about him. He's not a boxer, so who gives a about him? Of course, thank you.
Pitbull Cruz, now it's switched up to Rolly. What's your thoughts just knowing that?
I don't know, man. I mean, I think Rolly would be either one of them. I'm sorry. Garcia would be either one of them.
Garcia.
But I think Pitbull will give him more problems than Rolly, though.
So you believe that the Rolly Romero fight for Ryan Garcia would be an easier match?
Yeah, you know, Rolly allergic to left hooks, man. In the gym, in the ring, so he's going to get hit with a left hook. We all know that from Ryan Garcia. So as soon as he lands a good left hook, it's over for Rolly.
Do you feel like they're picking on Rolly's vulnerability at this point in time of his career?
I think they know that it's just a matter of time before it's over with for him. So, you know, give him a payday. He deserves it, you know. He deserves it.
What you think about gearing up the promotion? Obviously, they had a sparring match that, you know, went viral. It seemed like Rolly had some good moments in that sparring clip. What do you think about the gear up? You know, press conference, just that fight selling itself.
It's good for promotion. You know, that's where the fight won't go too. I think the first couple rounds he gonna have some good moments. With them 8-ounce gloves on, and they don't go but so far.
You favor Ryan Garcia by how?
4th or 5th round knockout.
He also believes he's one of the biggest names in boxing today and took the fight to prove that. Ryan knows Raleigh is popular too, and their fight could draw a big crowd. Rolly Romero doesn't believe Ryan's apology for past comments was real. He says Ryan only said sorry because of pressure. He also accused Ryan of using performance drugs. Rolly doesn't think Ryan is a real boxer. He says Ryan is just a media personality.
Rolly Romero, and if Ryan and Devin get through this fight, then it's them two in the rematch. And look, seeing a boxing card in Times Square is going to be pretty fucking sick. And as I said in my last video about TKO boxing coming up soon, they're going to want to pick all of these young stars, and this feels like a real push for these three guys for the future to really build them up on a big stage in the middle of New York City.
He shouldn't be a boxer. I don't think so. Because it's even just like me, I start watching his like interviews and things like that, just watch him as a person, like trying to get to know him. I just don't see it for him. I just don't see it. Like, boxing on Instagram probably be cool, but not an actual fighter. Like, he should like train people or something like that. I don't know. I just don't see it for him.
Ryan Garcia gotta redeem himself. He on that PED. He on that. What you think? Who gonna win? Rolly, Ryan Garcia? What's going on?
Well, when you look at these fighters' history, Rolly and Ryan, they have a big history. They actually sparred before. You can go watch their fight on YouTube.
They say he cloud chasing.
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm gonna be honest, man. When I watched the spar, you know, Rolly was beating him, man. Ryan didn't have no answer for Rolly. If Ryan don't be aggressive on Rolly, I feel like Rolly just gonna, you know, take the fight to him. And
check this out. You got Ryan Garcia winning, man. Simple. Rolly gonna have to get that smoke.
So Dre, today I want to get with you and get your insight on the matchup between Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero. How do you see that fight?
Well, if and when that fight go down, man, I really don't care about either of the two. You know, Rolly he too much for me, right? And Ryan has a lot of potential, but at the same time, you know, I just ain't feeling him too much. Yeah, so Ryan has all of the talent, right? Formal, the boy can execute. He's not scared. You see what he did when he got in there with Tank, leading up to the knockout, right? Rolly has a big mouth and has the mentality to back it up. I honestly don't feel like that'll be enough. I think Ryan, especially the last fight with Tank, grew a lot since then, and I see him, if that fight ever takes place, taking Ryan easy.
Ryan has big plans if he wins. He wants to fight Devin Haney next. They fought before as amateurs, and a rematch would be huge for both. But first, Ryan needs to beat Rolly, who is strong, unpredictable, and not afraid to talk trash. Gervonta Davis warned fans not to overlook Rolly. He said Rolly hits harder than people think. Other fighters agree.
Can Rolly put out the upset? I don't want to say that's crazy, but yeah, hopefully, bro. Hopefully, for the sake of Rolly, he pulled it off. But it's gonna be a good fight. No, you think? Huh?
Someone's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody get knocked out.
Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both.
I ain't gonna lie, Rolly hit hard. People be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously. I don't know how to say it. Obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin down, so Rolly be getting caught. But Rolly, he can hit, bro. Like he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like bricks was on his head.
Is that the hardest one? Is that the hardest one you faced throughout your whole career? Is that the hardest one?
Who else I sparred that was like that was Danny Garcia. I sparred Danny Garcia, and that guy, he get hit. Danny, he Puerto Rican, huh?
Yeah.
Everything. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't touch me. He didn't touch me with nothing clean. But when he did touch me, he like hit me all across the ring, like boom, boom. Like, dang.
You seen that Ryan's not back with Eddie Reynoso, obviously Tim Canelo. You think that's gonna why do you think that's gonna be good for him?
Because he's around someone.
Trainers.
Yeah, he's around someone that's great like Canelo, so he could be able to feed off of him. Anytime you pick someone like around like other great people, it always rub off. You know what I mean? So I think that him being back with Team Canelo is going to be great for Ryan.
Raleigh might not always look good, but when he lands a punch, it hurts. Even Andrew Tate gave his opinion, saying Ryan's fast hands could win the fight. Speed is dangerous when your opponent can't see the punch coming.
Andrew, real quick, so your prediction for Rolly versus Ryan, how do you see that fight going down?
Bro, I don't want to disrespect anyone. I want to wish everybody the absolute best. I hope everybody gets in there, has a great time, leaves happy, healthy, a little bit richer. But Ryan's quick, man. I'll just tell you something. Like, I remember from my fight days, I'm a bit old now, but I'm scared of the guy whose hands you can't see. Those are the ones to be afraid of.
Because they're all good fighters, but Ryan's clearly your favorite.
They're all fantastic fighters. Ryan and I are good friends, you know, so we have a personal relationship there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wish disrespect on anybody. Or I don't want to jinx anybody. I just hope everybody has a great time. But I think when you can't see it coming, that's when it hurts.
You're going to be at the fight May 2nd?
I'm going to be at the fight May 2nd unless Ron DeSantis locks me up for fucking nothing.
Right.
But if not, then I'm going to be at the fight May 2nd. 100%. I'll be right there at the front. You're going to.
Past sparring videos show Raleigh doing well against Ryan, but Ryan says he's not worried about the past. He's focused on the present and ready to prove himself. This fight is part of a big boxing event with other stars like Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez fighting too. A boxing ring in the middle of Times Square is something fans have never seen before. This is more than a boxing match. It's a must-see event. Who do you think will win, Ryan Garcia or Rolly Romero? Let us know in the comments.